He thought his new neighbor was stalking him. But actually, she was becoming him. Julian Kane's life was a study in precision. A prominent art dealer in London, he curated exhibitions for billionaires, traveled the world for rare pieces, and lived in a penthouse overlooking the Thames. His schedule was meticulous, his habits disciplined, and his social circle polished. And yet, Julian's obsession with control made him vulnerable. It began with Lila Moreau, a new neighbor moving into the building. Initially, she was harmless, a polite smile in the elevator, casual chats in the lobby. But her curiosity ran deeper. She had an uncanny knack for noticing the smallest details, a misaligned frame, a rare first-edition catalog on his shelf. Their friendship started innocently enough. Julian showed her a piece from his private collection over drinks. Lila was fascinated, asking questions that went beyond polite interest. She remembered the names of every artist, the provenance of every painting. Julian, flattered, invited her back a few times. Soon, subtle changes appeared. Paintings shifted positions. A photograph of a woman he didn't recognize appeared in the living room. His emails, usually secure, began showing strange activity. And then the first video arrived in his inbox, Julian, in his own apartment, unaware of the camera recording him. The message was simple, "I see you." Julian laughed nervously, blaming fatigue and stress. But the next knock at his door chilled him to the bone. Slow, deliberate. He peeked through the peephole, Lila, smiling innocently. "Do you really want to play this game?" she whispered. Soon, his life became a series of disorienting events. Lila was everywhere, gallery openings, cafes, even his office meetings. She knew details only someone inside his head could know. And when Julian confided in Sophie, a coworker and old friend, Sophie began to notice inconsistencies, objects moved, schedules subtly shifted, minor incidents he couldn't explain. She warned him, but Julian dismissed her concerns. By the third month, the manipulation escalated. Lila mimicked his habits, his speech patterns, even his gestures in public. She'd attend the same events, standing at angles that mirrored his every move, her presence creating doubt in anyone who observed them. Julian's sanity frayed. He began hallucinating, seeing Lila's face in reflections where there was no mirror, hearing her voice whisper through empty hallways. Then came the final twist. Julian discovered Lila's identity, a fabricated persona. Her real name, background, and past were entirely false, her online footprint erased before she arrived in London. Worse, she had been following him across Europe, collecting data from previous exhibitions. She wasn't just imitating him, she was learning him, preparing to replace him socially, professionally, and psychologically. The confrontation happened in the penthouse. Mirrors lined the walls, reflecting Julian's own mounting paranoia. Lila appeared, unafraid. "Control is an illusion," she said calmly. "I just borrowed yours until it was mine." The fight wasn't physical. It was mental, a battle of perception and deception. By the end, Julian fled London, leaving possessions, job, and life behind. But wherever he went, he felt her presence, watching, learning, and waiting. In every reflective surface, every camera feed, every whisper of memory, Julian realized the cruelest truth: Lila didn't just invade his life. She had made him doubt himself so completely, he was already lost.